Os. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. All right, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded, here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And now to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance. Long, deep. Pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe. Getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center. Come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Free. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ礼儀を重んずること。一つ景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. Yoi. Subirachi. Ready? Yoi. So today's class is a beginner class, and what we're going to be doing today is what we like to do in beginner classes is just take things back to the basics. So we're going to work on our Zenku Sudachi, our front stance today, walking in that stance, and going back to last class where we kind of focused on Gyakuzuki reverse punch. What we're doing today is we're going to focus on Oi-Zuki front punch. All right, we're still going to go with our blocks, so we're going to review all of our blocks today, and I'm going to show you a drill that you can do relatively quickly. It's a drill that my daughter and I kind of came up with, but it's a great drill that you can just do whenever. You're waiting for your coffee in the morning. We like to do it during commercials when we're watching television. We can kind of stand up, go through this as many times as you can during a commercial break. But again, we'll get to that at the end of class. So what I'd like to start with today is let's just go through, we're going to start in Shizentai. We're going to go through Chokuzuki punch on my count. We're going to go through all 4 of our primary blocks, okay? Then we're going to move with Oi-Zuki punch and those primary blocks. All right, so that's pretty much what class is going to be today. Again, it's a great review of what you kind of should be learning, but also what you should know at this point, right? So again, beginner class, so I'm looking at white belts here, I'm looking at yellow belts here. This is even a great class for orange belts to kind of come back to, get a good workout in, and again, review some of the basics that they should be knowing, or that they should know as they continue to advance, all right? So coming back here into Shizentai, your ready stance, we're going to go through Chokuzuki punch. Now, a couple of things that I always like to go through and remind you of with Chokuzuki punch. I want to see some hip movement here, okay? So even though it's not a great amount of hip movement, it's kind of a vibration, but you should see a little bit of hip movement with each punch. Each punch should be wound up, the punch should come, and then you return to center. Wound up, punch, come back to center. Okay, it's not going to be as dramatic as what you're seeing here, like this. Okay, but you'll see it. All right, so you should be a little bit of vibration here. That you should see this belt wavering back and forth with each strike. All right, we'll get into the blocks when we get there. But right now, I want you to remember this hip vibration that should be happening with each one of your Chokuzuki punches. We're going to go through these 20 times. I'm going to go through 10 facing you, and then I'm going to turn to the side, or slightly to the side, just to give you another angle. All right, ready? Let's mark our targets. And each, ni, some, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, ku, ju, kyu. Good, young man. All right, I'm going to turn just slightly. Again, watching that hip vibration that should be happening with each one of your strikes. Okay, feet should be just shoulder width apart. Right, don't go wider than that. Don't get into a real stance here. Just Shizentai, natural stance. Again, if you want to walk into it, it's easy just to say, okay, there's where I'm going to do this drill. Take a couple steps, walk, stop. Plant your feet where they are, and feel comfortable. Now, typically, once I'm here into this stance, I'll take my left foot and just draw it out maybe an inch. Okay, mark your target. Ready? Each, ni, some, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, ku, ju, kyu. Yeah, man. Good. All right, now let's look at blocks, okay? Your blocks still come from your hips, all right? Power from the hips, power to redirect that block, or redirect the strike that's coming toward you. Remember, uke is block, but it also means to redirect, all right? So I'm not, staunchly standing here and blocking a punch from coming straight to me. I'm not making a shield, right? What I'm doing is I'm redirecting force. So as the punch is coming in, I'm redirecting. Besides that, I'm turning slightly, right? I am reducing my profile, reducing the target to my opponent. So as they punch, right, you see the punch coming straight in, this is my uchi-uke. Now this is dramatic. I'm going a little bit too further than I should, especially for a Shizentai style drill, but this and this, okay? Turn a little bit. Same thing with Gedan, right? There is hip twist here. So make sure you're giving us that hip twist. Don't stand here and do this. Okay? Turn your hips a little bit. Put some power into it. Okay? Make effort here. Okay? Give it some effort. Don't just stand there and just throw the block over and over until you're done with the drill. Turn. Give it a little bit of power behind each block. Okay? And again, like I said, power is driven from the hips. So you have to throw those hips in there to give those blocks power to redirect force as the force is coming straight to you. All right, let's try that with Gedan right now block. Ready? Ich, ni, son, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, ju, kyu. Turning a little bit. Ready? Same thing. Gedan right down block and ich. Ni, son, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, ju, kyu. Yame. Good. All right, let's move on to uchi-uke. Same thing, right? A little bit of hip twist here, okay? Don't overdo it, okay? Don't give me this stuff, all right? Something in the middle, right? Don't just stand here and do this, but also don't do these deep turns, all right? It's just somewhere in the middle of that, all right? You can watch me if you want and then rewind and come back and do it with me, but don't over dramatize it, okay? Or don't over dramatize it. It's one of those two. Okay, ready? Uchi-uke and ich, ni, son, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, ju, kya. Good. Okay. Let's turn to the side. I'll turn this side. Ready? Same drill. Uchi-uke. Ready? Ich, ni, son, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, ju, kya. Okay. Very good. All right. What's uchi-uke used for? It's an inside block, all right, inside to outside. So again, don't throw these way out here to this side. All right, I talked about this in the last class. This is what you're protecting, this rectangle right here. Okay, so there's no need to put a block out there because I don't care about it, right? If the punch is coming over there, I don't care. If the punch is coming straight here or here, anywhere in this rectangle, that's where I want to block it. So that's all I need. So don't put these blocks way out here to this side and way out here to this side. Okay? This is all you need to do. Don't take it too far outside of this triangle or this rectangle. Take it right there to the rectangle. The inside edge of your block should be the inside edge of your rectangle, giving room for your arm. Right? Same thing with Gedan. Okay? Your rectangle just extends low because Gedan is typically a redirection of a kick. Okay, so as a low kick is coming in, you're stepping and blocking it, redirecting it over there. But again, the inside of this block is inside my rectangle. Okay, so just remember that. Don't throw these blocks too far out. Same thing goes with Gedan. I didn't mention it, but you don't have to kick that block way out here. It's right here, inside that rectangle. Inside portion of your arm touches the edge of that rectangle. Okay, keep that in mind for all of our blocks. Okay, Ure-uke is another that we're going to do here in a second, but as that block is over there, it doesn't have to go way over there, right? Again, extend to your rectangle, okay? If you throw it over here, your rectangle, okay? Age-uke is a completely different animal because it's blocking high, but again, this is the rectangle that extends up. Instead of Gedan going down, it goes up, all right? It's up and over to the side, but the outside edge of it is right here where your rectangle is, okay? That's what we're doing now. Let's do Age-uke, rising block. Ready? Let's go ahead and mark your target. That's typical. And each, ni, some, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Yeah, man. Good, let's turn to the side. I mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. Two types of Age-uke rising block. 1, 2. Choose which one you want to do. All right. Again, one is not more incorrect or correct than the other. Okay. It is your style. I ask you all the time to find your karate. If this makes more sense to you, do that. If this makes more sense to you, do that. All right. It's about mobility and it's about the power that you have to defend yourself. Does this make more sense than this, and vice versa? Okay, do what feels right to you. But when someone says, "Show me Age-uke rising block," it's one of those two. All right. Again, if you do either one, they're not going to say, "Well, that's wrong." Okay, it's still an Age-uke rising block. All right. Let's turn to the side. Ready? Each, ni, some, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju, his. Amen. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do Soto-ryuke. This is our last of our 4 primary blocks. So Soto-ryuke, we typically mark, come out, and block. Mark, come out, and block. This one's a good one to mark, again, because of the parry. All right, so as a punch is coming, you're typically parrying. Sorry, as your arm is out, you see a block coming, you're parrying it off to the side, and then making sure it stays off to the side. You see a punch coming here, you're parrying, blocking. Okay, so you're kind of going ahead and giving it a little bit of initial guidance to move over to the side, right? As a punch is coming, you're parrying, blocking, parrying, blocking. All right. So this is a good one to mark target. Uchi-uke, you can do that as well, right? So you can kind of mark or parry. So as a block is coming, or as a punch is coming, you're parrying, blocking. As it comes in, parry and block, parry and block, parry and block. All right. That's what we're doing with Soto-ryuke, with your arm out in front to mark the target, right? Parry, block, parry, block. All right. This is a good powerful block because it swings wide from the outside to come in and bring in the block. All right. A lot of power. This is a good strong part of your arm that you're blocking with. Same thing with Uchi-uke, right? You're blocking with this strong part of your arm here. All right. So just think about those things as we go into and actually execute this block. Starting Uchi Zentai again, mark your target. Ready. Each, ni, some, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju, jia. Yeah, man. Good. Turn to the side. Same block. Ready. Each, ni, some, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju, jia. Yeah, man. Very good. All right, now we're going to take each one of those blocks, add it with a punch, and step with it. Okay? So now we're going back into our stance. All right, we talk about this in a lot of our classes for beginners. Always want to go over these with you. Front stance. What are some of the key points of front stance? Okay, get into a good front stance and think about all the key points here. We'll go over them together. Ready? Your front foot is flat on the side, pointing directly at your opponent. The outside edge, not the inside edge, the outside edge of your foot is pointing forward, it's flat. All right? Your knee is bent enough that you can barely see your big toe. If I look down at my knee, I can see my big toe. If you're like me, sometimes your second toe is bigger than or longer than your first toe. I can kind of see my second toe too. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. Both knees are bent. This knee is not straight and locked out. It's bent slightly. All right. Body is straight up. Weight is distributed 60-40. 60% to the front, 40% to the back. About. Okay, I know you can't be exact. Rear foot, not 90, less than 90, right? Somewhere around 45 is probably good, but less than 90 for sure, okay? Width of your stance is going to depend, it's going to vary based on your comfort and your balance, all right? As long as you're able to give me a good showman, so showman is body forward. As long as you have a good showman stance, your body is wide enough, your feet are wide enough. Okay, this, when you start to narrow it, my body starts to turn, right? It's hard for me to shift in and give you a good showman stance without, like I can really feel it in my glute here to make that turn. So make it more comfortable. Widen your stance, all right? This is much more comfortable. I don't feel like my glute is too tight. I'm facing forward into showman, all right? And if I throw a block, I can get into a good Han-Mi stance. Han-Mi being off to the side or at an angle. Okay? All of these things are very important when we get into this stance. All right? Body's not leaning forward or back. All right? We're not leaning forward and we're not leaning back. All right? It's hard to lean back, but don't lean forward. Okay? As we step, again, this is what we're doing for this drill is we're stepping. So what are some of the key things that we need to remember here? Don't turn this front foot out. Correct. So don't kick this foot out when you move. Don't do this. Okay? Lean in, transfer your weight. Move like this. Transfer the weight and then step. Okay, transfer the weight and then step. All right? Leg movement is typically, again, kind of a semicircle, right? So as we move this back leg, it's going to kind of come in and around. Again, let me face you. In and around. All right, to get into the stance, again, don't telegraph as you move forward, transfer the weight, and move forward. All right, practice this. This is very important. This is a key foundation to what you're building upon, okay? What else do we want to talk about here? Height, all right? So don't step up and down, up and down. Remember, if you're 5'8", the ceiling is 5'9". If you're 5'9", the ceiling is 5'10", right? Whatever you are doing, imagine the ceiling being 1 inch above your head, so you don't want to bump your head as you move. Therefore, you stay even and low. Okay? Make sure you keep that in mind as well. Punches. All of our punches are chewed on level. Okay? So don't aim for the face and go jode on. Don't go too low, which is gate on. Stay right in the middle, chewed on level. All of your opponents are going to be your height, identical to you. All right? So punch, shoot on level. Punch, shoot on level. Okay? Remember where the chest is. If you can see your fist appear in front of your eyes, it's too high. Bring it down. Imagine right where your chest is. That's where your punch is. All right? So those are the key things I want you to remember as we go through all of these drills. Okay? Start at the back of class. Move forward. Turn. So mawate. Turn. Come back. We'll do both sides as well. We're going to go through Oi-Zuki punch. Then we're going to add blocks. Once we start adding the blocks, I'll go over a little bit more instruction. Okay? So come back to the back of class. Make sure you have room. Ready? Get him right. I'm going to take it. Shoot. Oi-Zuki punch on my count. Ready? Each. Ni. Some. Yon. Wate. Each. Ni. Some. right, very good. Watch that front foot. All right, don't let it kick out. Don't telegraph that front foot movement as you're moving forward. Try to synchronize your punch with your step. All right, so as your front foot lands, that punch should be landing on your target. All right, again, it helps generate power and energy, okay, because you're moving forward at the same time. Your body's moving forward. Everything is moving in one direction as you land that punch, okay? Let's go to this side, same drill. Ready? Get him right, come take. Oi-Zuki punch, and each, knee, some, sheep, go, one, each, knee, some, sheep, go, shoot, one, yeah, man. All right, good. Other side. Ready? Get him right, come take, shoot, and each, knee, some, sheep, go, one, each, knee, some, sheep, go, shoot, yame, latte, and yame. Very good. All right, let's add blocks. Now, with our blocks, okay, because we're doing this every other technique, right? So we're going to start in gate on, we're going to punch, and then block, and then punch, and then block. What do you notice? If we do that, every punch is a right punch and every block is a left block, okay? So when we turn, I'll say moate, and then you hear me say switch stance. Switch your legs, okay? So that every punch then becomes a left punch and every block becomes a right block, okay? And do that every time on every drill for the rest of the class to get through these 4 blocks, okay? So just remember that. Switch your stance so that we even out punches on the right, blocks on the left, blocks on the right, punches on the left. We have to even it out here, okay? Ready? Get him right, take, chill. Oi-Zuki punch, get him right down block. On my count, ready? Each, knee, some, sheep, go. What? Switch your stance. You should be in a right, zing out your front stance with a right, gate on right down block. Ready? Each, knee, some, sheep, go, shoot. What the? Now, man. All right. Feels a little different, right? I know, because typically you're doing this in one format because you're stepping out with that left Zingafudachi, that left gate on right down block. So you're switching it up. Okay. Let's try it on this side. Ready? Get him right, take. Oi-Zuki punch, get him right down block. Ready? Each, knee, some, sheep, go. One. Switch your stance. Ready? Each, knee, some, sheep, go. One. Got me. Very good. All right, again, other side. Ready? Get him right, come and take. Oi-Zuki punch, get him right down block. Each, knee, some, sheep, go. One. Change your stance. Ready? Each, knee, some, sheep, go. One. Yeah, man. Very good. All right. Move on to our next block. Let's do Age-Uke rising block. All right, I want to go ahead and start setting a pattern in your mind. Geran, Age, Uchi, Ude. G, A, U, U. These are going to be our blocks. because I'm setting us up for a drill at the end of class. Okay? Oi-Zuki rising block. Ready? Get him right, come take. Heel. Oi-Zuki punch. Oi-Zuki rising block. Ready? Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What? Change your stance. Ready? Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What day? Now man. Other side. Alright? Let's keep this momentum going. Don't take a lot of breaks here. Ready? Get it where I can take. East. Ready? Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What day? Change stance. Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. Chill. What? Now mix. Very good. Moving to the other side. Ready. Get him right. Take. Chill. Same drill. And each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What? Change your stance. Ready? Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. Chill. What? And make. Alright. Good job. GA. U. Uchi-uke. Alright? Inside block. Punch. Inside block. Ready? Get him right down block. Sorry. Get him right and take. Chill. And each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What? Change stance. Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. Chill. What? And man. Very good. 2 more times. Same drill. Ready? Get him right in the check. And each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. One. Change stance. Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. One. And man. All right. One more time. And you'll have to change angles here for me, right? I'm changing angles for you. If you have to do this the same way up and down a hallway 3 times, do it. All right. You only have one path in your living room. That's the path you need to take for all 3 times that we're doing this drill. All right. I'm changing angles so that you can see various angles. Okay. Ready? Get him right to take. Oi-Zuki punch, Uchi-uke. Ready? Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. 1. Change stance. Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. 1. And man. All right, good job. Last block. Ure-uke. Soto ure-uke. All right. Punch. Block. All right, so that block is coming out, outside, right, and around the block. Okay. Same thing we've been doing for the entirety of the drill. Punch, then step and block. Ready? Get him mark and take. Chi. And each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What? Change stance. Each. Knee. Sunk. Shi. Go. What? And then. Good. Let's go to the side. Ready? Get him right on take. six. And each, ni, so, shi, go, chip. One. Change stance. And each, ni, so, shi, go, chip. One day. Change stance. Each, ni, so, shi, go, chip. One day. Yeah, man. All right, good job. That is all 4 of our blocks with Oi-Zuki punch. Okay. Now let's get to this drill. All right, this is a very quick drill. It can be done very quickly. And again, wait for your coffee in the morning. Okay. Commercial pops up on TV. All right. Quick, easy drill. Okay. Starting with your zentai, you're going to step with your left foot and negate a right down block. Step back. Right foot, uchi-uke. Sorry, age-uke. Remember, G-A-U-U. Age-uke. Step back. Uchi-uke. Step back. Soto-uke. Step back. Repeat the drill, start on your right leg. Gedan. Age. Uchi. Ude. Go slow. Try to get faster and faster. This will improve the speed with which you're able to execute your blocks, improve timing, improve technique, and you work both sides. Okay? So, go through it. Like I said, you don't have to go through it as fast as I'm going through it. Take your time. Like I said, start slow and incrementally get faster and faster. Commercial comes on TV. Stand up. Ready? 1, 2. Sorry. Stick with the G-A-U-U. It's just easy to remember, and you will mess it up. Okay? If you mess it up, try to move on. Try to say, well, I just did uchi, so now I'm going to do age, then I'll do ude. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now man, easy. Right? It's easy. You go through all 4. You switch stances so you get to do each one on either side. Okay, right and left. And again, you go through this 30 seconds. See how many times you can get through it in a minute. All right? Throwing good blocks, so don't let your form suffer. So, get them right down block. Good. Step back. Age-uke rising block. Good. Step back. Uchi-uke. Good. Step back. Soto-uke. Good. Step back. Other side. Okay? So, don't let the technique suffer, but go through each block. Go through it quickly. Start into zentai, stepping out into that Zenkadushi front stance. So it gives you a chance to step into stance. Are you in a good stance? Execute the block. Good. Other side. Step into stance. Execute the block. Good. A little bit of hip twist, right? Minimizing your target. So again, if I say step into Zenkadushi front stance, this is typically what you would do. Shonen, right? I'm facing you. With a block, like Gedan, I'm Hanmi. Okay? Age-uke, Hanmi. Uchi-uke, Hanmi. Soto-uke, Hanmi. Okay? So, just because you're stepping into stance, good, Shoten. Now, do it with technique. You change to Hanmi because you're having to add in that hip movement to add power, to deflect with those blocks, all right? So just think about that whenever you're doing this drill, okay? You're not stepping into just that, you're not just going, okay? Don't step in and be very robotic about it. So don't just step, okay? Don't show me, showman. Hanmi should be back and forth, left and right. Again, it gets your hips to move. Power adds power to your block for that deflection. All right? Again, great drill when you don't have a lot of time. Just want to go through these drills rather quickly. Maybe you're waiting for the water to heat up in the shower. Go through these 4 blocks, 8 blocks if you want to count it left and right. Okay? Wait for that shower to heat up. Maybe I can get through this. I'm going to get through this 3 times. Go for it. Okay? Brushing your teeth, maybe not because you're using your hands, but you see what I mean. There's a lot of times throughout the day when you have these small breaks by yourself. Go through these blocks, all right? It's a great time to practice these blocks and make sure you have them down, make sure you're performing them correctly. Critique yourself. Go through each one and say, oh, I didn't really turn my hips that time, it kind of felt awkward. Again, it's a mind thing, right? It's kind of a puzzle or this pattern where you're doing geiran, age, uchi, ude. Are you sticking with it? Or do you keep messing up? Okay? Are you getting all 4 blocks? Or are you only doing 2 and then you get confused? It gets your mind working, get your body working, all right? Simple, easy drill, fast, effective, okay? Let's come back to center of class. Yoi, subarachi, right? Yoi, seiza. All right, today's meditation, I want you to go through any of the drills that we went through today and think about all the small things that go into that drill. Is your stance correct? What does that mean to have your stance correct? Okay, go through the block. How are you throwing that block? Are you in a Hanmi stance? Right, you're deflecting that block properly. So again, all the small things. Think about your stance, transferring your weight, not kicking that front foot out as you move. Oi-Zuki punch should be simultaneous with your front leg, synchronized, okay? Walk so. Mokusu yame, sensei yuri. Tate. Yoi. Subarachi. Right. Yoi. Os. Alright students, thank you for joining me for this beginner class. Great class on the basics. Just going through some of these things that we need to really learn and master before we move on to the next level. Alright. We'll see you next week, another beginner class. Os.